At the beginning of the movie, we see a girl named Mackenzie, rightfully so, who is there because she needs money. She hears someone crying, so she follows the source of the sound and sees a woman wearing white, but suddenly she expects and notices that the woman is coming, gets very scared and tries to run. The woman keeps chasing her. In the end, Kenzie manages to get out of the field after we see her at Liz's house. Do a job interview to babysit Liz's little. After that, when she is touring the house, Liz tells her about the father and tells her that he is forbidden because it is under construction and has no security. At this time, Burns Mobile is, so she goes to talk to her father about the call. Mackenzie is looking at Liz's phone, suddenly closes her father's door. The door opens automatically. Mackenzie gets scared when she wants to leave. Liz comes there. Liz that the door was opened a little while ago, so Liz tells her that it is usually locked. Kenzie is sleeping at home with her friend. She dreams that she is going to Liz's house. She finds the door of her room opening by itself. But Cammy doesn't wake up, so she gets up to see the door. And Mackenzie tells her that the door is open by itself. Camille tells her that maybe her father opened the door. And at this time, Mackenzie notices she gets very steps on the floor and suddenly closes the door. Then Cammy wakes up and suddenly, Mackenzie's father opens the door and asks them if anything is wrong. And Mackenzie notices that the footsteps on the floor. Cammy calls her and asks Azal if she is babysitting the kids because their house is haunted, and they might follow her home and scare her. Mackenzie asks her how she knew he was there, and that he had no right to visit her. She tells her that yes. He tells her that there was once a white ghost chasing a girl who went missing and who was sacrificed to the devil. And this is summarized who committed suicide. And there were men who were stabbed after they closed the road. After we saw her at night, not before she left. Not to tell Mackenzie that they leave the windows open at night. And sometimes there is noise there because the house is old. After Liz leaves, Patron asks Kenzie if she knows that this house is haunted. Kenzie takes her words as a joke and says, yes. Then when Mackenzie and Peyton are talking, Peyton tells her that they moved here a month ago, so she doesn't have any friends here. So Mackenzie encourages her and tells her that now that they will enjoy the night after. They will play together and have fun. And during this, we see the lady of the farm arranging herself. The food delivery man will arrive there at the door of the house. When he returns, he gets into his car and sees the lady of the field. When he notices her, she attacks him and beats him, and he loses consciousness. At this time, Mackenzie asked Peyton, so she told him that they thought Peyton was haunted. She didn't see anything. However, her mother started seeing things, and that she was afraid of something and started sleeping in her room. She started guessing a lot instead. One time, when they came back home late from her mother's ex-boyfriend's house, they were driving the car somewhere in the woods on the Huropond. She was asleep in the back seat, and when she woke up, she wasn't in the car. She got out of the car to go around and pass by the forest and found strange things in a book written in Hindi. So Patton started taking pictures of them. At that time, she started hearing the sound of the devil around her. So she got very scared and tried to assume she meets her mother. Peyton tells her that she woke up in the car and then got out of it, so she apologizes to her and tells her that she shouldn't have done that to Patton and Mackenzie. And Patton tells her that her mother was different after that, was afraid of something, and that even when she wasn't afraid, she was usually somewhere else. And she tells her that even the house was different after the weather was always cold and she was hearing things. Mackenzie asks if she still has the picture that she took at the time. Then Peyton shows her the picture, and we see events from the past when she is returning home and she is talking to Peyton, who is in her grandmother's house. But suddenly she sees Peyton in the bathroom in a scary way. She is shocked. But when she goes back out, some things there. The writing is a throne. So Lacey picks up the knife and then hears a voice saying the devil and sees a woman in the mirror. So she turns and tries to attack her. But her friend Hallie is behind her and tells her that she called her before she came. Tells her that she heard that she went out. It has been weeks since she saw her, so she tells her that they have to go back. The other place has not been fixed yet. She tells Holly about the night she saw Mara running away from the forest. She left Bad sleeping in the car and went out to save the woman. She couldn't find her. She saw a strange shrine there, and although she couldn't find her, she was sure that she had no place there, and felt that there was someone waiting. She felt that she had no place there, and she tells her that almost every time she feels that there is something strange in the room with him. So Haley tells her that they are thinking in a mysterious way. She has been through a lot, but she had to fight to protect their home. That's why she thinks that every event has made this worse. That she might be tired and anxious because of the hallucinations. So she asks why it's not because of Peyton's night, how she can explain his anxiety and waking up in the middle of the night. and he was forced to go to the forest behind Veteran or in the closet. So she told him that Veteran felt a Billy and suggested that she see Sada or take something from Sada. So he told her that she must believe, that he must guide her and know what he wants. She tells her that she knows that she wants a house. There must be something else they can do. We return to the present and see Mackenzie reading the Bible to the house. Suddenly, you wake up and find yourself in the middle of the forest there and see the shadow of a person. You get very scared and try to hide. After we see the woman carrying a dead body with a sickle in her hand, Mackenzie returns to Liz's house and takes a knife and makes sure that Bethan is sleeping in her room. At this time, she hears someone approaching her, so she hides in the bathroom and sees the woman checking Bethan. Then she leaves the place, and when Mackenzie suddenly appears, she attacks the woman. But Mackenzie manages to run downstairs to hide. And you also find a young food delivery guy. And he asks him if he has a mobile phone, or if he knows where they are. Tells him that he has to go. Tells him that he will ask for help and come back. At that moment, they hear a noise, and then he has to come there. And he also tells her that people will be looking when he tries to escape. The lady attacks him and stabs his head with the sex's blood in a bowl. When Mackenzie sees this, she gets very scared and tries to escape. That the exit door is locked. Comes from behind her, and then Mackenzie suddenly wakes up from her sleep, finds herself in Patton's bedroom. At this time, Les enters the room and tells Mackenzie that she was reading Patton, and she asks her if she can sleep here on the floor. The next day, Mackenzie is at her house, comes there and asks her if she heard the news. She tells her that maybe she wasn't dreaming last week. Mackenzie shocks her when she sees that it's a cartoon she has discovered this morning standing on the road leading to Whitten's house. Tells her that if this is not a dream, Peyton and his mother could be in danger. And Mackenzie tells her that she is working on the writing. Took a picture of Peyton. She estimated that he translated after that. And Mackenzie went to Annalise and told her about her dream. Told her a little about what was wrong with her if she thought someone was following her in the house. She tells him not that. She thinks Peyton had a terrible experience that night and that she made a really bad decision about getting in the car. Mackenzie asks her if she's in the car. She tells him not every day and tells him that she locked the door outside. The next day, because she was there, Mackenzie goes to her father and finds a drawer of eggs and knows that something is wrong. Then she goes to see Patani, who is very happy when she sees her. Liz also comes there, and Mackenzie notices that Liz has a bruise on her finger. And here she knows that Liz is the woman wearing the mask. And we see a scene from the past, and Liz goes to the forest to confront and asks her what she wants and why she is doing this, and tells her to take what she wants and stay away from Beth, and that if she wants blood, she should take it from her. Then the entity appears in front of her and starts moving towards something that makes Les very afraid. She grabs her by the neck, and the scene cuts off. At this time, Haley finds Lisa's car on the road. She goes to the forest she was looking and finds her sitting in front of strange things. She tells her that she needs help for her, and Paige cuts the ring with a machete. Back in the present, Peyton tells Mackenzie that she has been killing her every night since she was no longer has nightmares since then. So Mackenzie tells her that this is the beginning. Will end here. The story of the movie will end. If you like it, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell button to receive all that is new.